Good morning. I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to fill out the reading notes for the short story The Test by Theodore Thomas. It's very simple, but it's also very important that you do this because this story has a lot of twists and turns to it, and the mood changes quite often. So I would like you to focus on the words and phrases the author uses in this story and how those words and phrases create the mood of the story. Mood is much different than tone. Mood is the feeling that the readers get from the words the author uses, whereas tone is the tone the author has. And we learned that when we were reading Call of the Wild. So let's get started. So what you're going to do is while you're reading, you're going to come across a phrase or words that strike you as interesting or maybe create or provoke a mood, and you'll write it down in this first column. And in the second column, you're going to write down what mood it provokes in you. And keep in mind, there's no right or wrong to this. In the third column, you're going to write what it is about the phrases and the words that created the mood. So I'll show you an example. I wrote down the first, one of the first sentences in the story. It's in the first paragraph. The author writes, quote, "The turnpike curved gently ahead of him, lightly traveled on this cool morning in May." To me, this sentence provoked a very calming mood in me. It was very relaxing and pleasant. So it just made me feel good. And so that's what you'll write is the mood that it provokes in you. I didn't feel anxious. I just felt very calm. And in the third column, you're going to write what it is about those phrases and words that created the mood. And this is where it might be a little confusing, and I want to kind of clear that up. So when I look back at the word or the phrase, I'm going to read it again, and I see the turnpike curved gently ahead of him, lightly traveled on this cool morning in May. So to me, the words curve gently and the words cool morning and lightly traveled created a very calm and gentle feeling, as if everything was going to be okay. And like life is good. So you might not have gotten that. You might not have gotten that same feeling when you read this sentence, but that's what I got. And it was just a very lovely sentence. So as you read along, make sure that you kind of pay attention to the word choices that the author is using and how it is creating a mood. So I hope this helps. And if not, you can always email me and ask me a question. Okay, happy reading. I hope you like the short story.